hands-off is digital real estate? Once you get the client, once you get the deal, once you get everything in place, how hands-off actually is it? Or I guess I could say it this way, how passive is it? First of all, let's just go ahead and I wanna make this clear. I don't believe anything's truly passive. I just don't. And once you guys accept that, once you guys wrap your heads around that, it's gonna make this a lot better. If you think anything's like 100% passive, I just haven't found anything that's completely passive. But it's different levels, right? It's not passive or not passive. It's not passive or active. It's like, how passive is it, right? So the question is, how passive can digital real estate be, AKA rank and rent? Or as I like to say, rent then rank. Well, here's the answer, okay? At least in my opinion, and I'm just one person that's been doing this for a long time, but I'm just one person, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I have done this a couple times. How passive rank and rent is, it depends on how you sell the deal, okay? Depends on if you oversell the deal or if you undersell the deal. By nature, if you compare SEO clients or website clients or consulting clients or whatever clients to rank and rent, yes, it's much more passive, just in nature, right? And the reason why is because it's very binary. The transaction is very binary, meaning, you know, I send you leads, Mr. Business Owner, Mrs. Business Owner, you pay me money. You pay me money and I'll send you leads. If you stop sending me money, I stop sending you leads and vice versa. So that in and of itself is very black and white, very binary. And so by nature, compared to SEO, compared to these other services, it's much more passive. But even within it being much more passive than SEO, you're going to have different, you know, clients on varying levels of being passive and just a complete pain in the ass. And it all depends, because at first I was like, gosh dang, why is this guy so difficult? And why is this lady so easy to work with? Like, I wish I could duplicate her. And I realized that it wasn't so much about the person themselves as it was about how I sold the deal. So I'm going to give you two examples. I have a specific client that I sold back in 2019. This is like before I even realized that flat fee was the game, before I realized that putting people on a flat fee was it. I just did it because I thought I'd try it out. So I sold this deal and I oversold it. And I used a different website that was generating like 30 or 40 leads, and I just oversold it. I set false expectations. They thought they were gonna get like 30, 40 leads from day one. They thought I was gonna be completely accessible. They thought we were going to be doing weekly Friday call, like all this stuff, right? And part of it was because I was used to SEO and I overpromised, all this stuff. That client is still a client today and is an absolute pain in my ass. Like there have been multiple times I have had to message this person and say, hey, if you don't pay on time, I'm canceling the leads. And I've had to cancel the leads and then they pay. Like, on top of that, I've had them text me on a Friday night and call me 3 times in a row and say, hey, we're not getting, like, on a Friday night. Okay, and we've got that end of the spectrum. Ironically, though, even though they're a complete pain in the ass, they're still a client, which goes to show you that this game is unreal. Like, the rank and rent game as far as retention, as far as keeping clients for years and years compared to SEO and all these other things, unreal, okay? On the other end of the spectrum, I've got another client that I have not talked to. Guys, I have not had a on-the-phone conversation with this specific individual in over 12 months. In over 12 months, in fact, I would wager to bet, I don't even think I've texted this person in 12 months. Their card has been on file, and it has been running every single month for the last 12 months, and they've been with me since 2019 as well, but I haven't talked to them in over 12 months, and we just keep banging the card. We just keep banging the card, and they keep paying, and I keep sending leads, and they just go directly to him, and he pays directly to me, and it's beautiful, okay? And I want 1,000 of those clients. And I look at those two clients, and I sold them in the same year, but I sold them very differently. The one person, I had to promise the farm. I said, you know, I didn't come out and say, hey, I'm guaranteeing any amount of leads. I just showed them a couple sites where I was getting 30 leads, and I left it open to where I can see how he would interpret that he was going to get more leads than we probably were ever going to get. The other one, it was in a niche where I wasn't that confident, and so I just was straight with him, and I said, look, dude, I don't know what this is going to do. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I know we're going to have days where we're going to get 5 leads, and we're going to have days where we're going to get 0. We're going to have weeks where we're going to get 0. And I was just very, very upfront with him, almost to where I didn't care if I lost the deal. And I was just like, I'm going to undersell this thing. I'm so tired of this other guy. And I undersold the deal on purpose because I was like, I would rather not get the deal than have another one of these guys that's just a pain in my ass. And because of that, I now have this client, because he said yes to the undersell. I have this client. I have not, guys, I don't think you're listening. I know you're listening, but like, I want you guys to hear this. I have not had a conversation with my client in over 12 months. And I've been banging the card every single month for 12 months. And we've been doing this now. This is our 3rd year in a row. Okay, so the answer of how passive is this, how hands-off can Rank and Rent be? Pretty damn passive. But it depends, that level of passivity within that spectrum of, hey, they call me on Friday night and bug the shit out of me. They still stay with me, but they're bugging me. Or I don't have to talk to this person, but maybe once every couple years, and they're still going to keep paying me. It all depends on how you sell the deal. So guys, do not oversell the deal. And I've said this on another video, and I want to end with this. If you can get a customer to make a logical, not emotional, logical decision, okay, to a worst case scenario, they will be a very easy client and they will stay with you for years and years and years, if not forever.